Let's go to the feel-good story of the week, and it's Western United for Macarthur FC 2. A day to remember down at Tarneit. Now, I was driving down on Saturday morning, not to the ground, but just driving on Saturday, and I was listening to John Aloisi speak on ABC Radio on the morning of the match, and it was so clear how excited he was and the rest of the club were for this day to finally be there. It represents so many things for the club. It's so optimistic. Yes, we're not where we want to be just yet, but there is a plan. There is a set course. We're out in the west. We're in our catchment area. Our fans are going to come and pack our stands. We're not going to be flying around the place to, Mars Stadium in Ballarat, Tasmania, to Amy Park, where we're paying too much money. It's such a big day for the club and the league. And I've said it a couple of times on this show, but in a couple of years, they will have the example for the rest of the league to follow in terms of ground and facility setup. So exciting for them. It didn't look like it was going to be a happy homecoming. 2-0 down at home at halftime, and things were looking a little bit dire, but Rico Danzaki, after having one disallowed in the first half, wrote his name into the history books as Western's first ever goal scorer at Tarneit. And Christian, this kicked off an extraordinary run of 4 goals in 14 minutes. Completely absurd, but earned Western the win.
Yeah, well, MacArthur just flew out of the blocks, in that first sort of half an hour, 35 minutes. We often talk about how good Davila is on the ball, which obviously, we know he's a gem, but we don't give him enough credit for the work he does off the ball with, his work rate and the selflessness, to give his teammates space and opportunities to thrive, which, is a sign of a great leader. And, for the goal he scored to make it 2-0, he made a really impressive tackle in the middle of the park to win the ball back, maybe 30 seconds before the goal went in. And from there, MacArthur just built out from the back. Davila received the ball again. Then a few moments later, finished off a brilliant move that sort of confirms he's the heartbeat of this team. And, then, you don't even begin to explain the second half because, it's absolutely crazy. We had VAR interventions, Woodwork's hit. Western score 4 goals in about the space of 10 minutes. It was just really crazy stuff, and I think it just sums up Western season. It's just sort of that sort of back and forth. You don't really know what to expect from them. How many times we said it this season, but obviously Alois will be really pleased that they were able to sort of see off the win in their new home, like you mentioned, Lockie. A new foundation to set upon. They've got the belief, they've got the confidence. They've got the Mariners next, which will be, a big test really for the Mariners, I think, with this new added confidence in their system. So, all in all, it was a really entertaining clash.
And Will, it feels kind of superfluous to even try and analyse the actual football in any way, because this game wasn't about the football really. 4 goals in 14 minutes, that doesn't happen from some tactical tweak. That happens from a feeling in a team, and the stadium and the atmosphere it had to have been a big part of that. It just had to. They had 3,500 fans. That's out of a 5,000 capacity stadium. They will start to feel that out by the end of their 2 year stay, at least for marquee fixtures, you would hope. Then they're going to move into the 15,000 seater, which, just by the way, Western United chair Jason Saras has doubled down on the 2026-27 completion date for that stadium on the global game last week. So that's great news as well. It's been a tough year for Western, but just out of this game alone, there are so many reasons to be optimistic for their future.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the model that all A-League clubs should strive for. And they've got something that no other club in the league has, and that's something to be immensely proud of. And it shows in that 4-goal blitz, how much of an impact that crowd has. I think it's been underrated. Just them having an atmosphere finally, and just the feeling in the players, they're home, and that just looked like it turned it around 100%. So it's awesome to see that it's actually tangible. We can kind of see it in the result, because the football was, as you said, back and forth, and it didn't really look like it was a footballing thing. It was definitely just a good vibes and a good feeling thing. So no, it's awesome to see, and they'll fill it out. I think it's good at the moment for the start. 3,500 is a fine start for this fixture as well, and the future games in there having the 15K. I think that's, a feasible target. If they keep performing like this, they've dipped in and out of finals. It's something, something to aim for, and this, build it and the fans will come. Really, that's the symbolism that Western United are running with.
Yeah, well, Western United have copped their fair share of ridicule and jokes, and if you've got any more in the barrel, I recommend you get them out now, because like it or not, they are going to be setting the standard for facilities in the A-League moving forward.